All right, so this is going to be our first attempt at doing Chronicles of a Quarantine Chef. We are going to take some different ingredients that we have in the house that we've kind of stocked up on and show you some things that you may or may not know what to do with that you've either picked up at the market as in your scurrying for making sure you have what you need, or just some other random things you usually have around the house. Obviously, we're going to have some different ingredients that you may or may not usually play with, but we're gonna have some fun with it and gonna go from there. So tonight's gonna be our first attempt at that. We're gonna kind of keep going through this as we go through this quarantine process together, and hopefully you find these fun, entertaining, and maybe learn something, and keeps me sane, at least as sane as I usually am. So tonight we're gonna do seared salmon with a curried parsnip puree and some grilled zucchini, real simple, fresh. Try to use some of the fish up that we have left over from the restaurant as we've closed our restaurant to help with the public health crisis, and we're gonna go from there. Okay, so as we said, we're doing a seared salmon with a curried parsnip puree and some grilled zucchini. So what we have here is we have 2 6-ounce pieces of salmon that we're gonna sear in a cast iron. Some zucchini that we just cut thin with a mandolin, a little salt, pepper, oil, and grilled it earlier. It's going to be served room temp. We have our vegan curry paste that we make at the restaurant, but you could use my ploy or any other type of curry paste that you have. And then parsnip puree. For the parsnip puree, we made it ahead of time. This is something that's easy. You could do with parsnips, carrots, literally do equal weights parsnip and milk. Cook them until the parsnips are tender, throw into a blender or a food processor, and then just whip it until they're nice and smooth. Season with a little bit of salt, and then cool and save for later. Okay, so we've got all our mise en place set up. We've salt and peppered our salmon. We've got our nice cast iron getting nice and hot. Oven's going to be up to 400 here in a second. And a small saute pan for our parsnip puree. I'm going to be using a little bit of avocado oil. This is just an oil that I picked up at Costco. It's got a good high smoke point to it. I can't honestly tell you whether it's healthy or not than blended oil, but it's going to be what I like to use and what we usually keep in our house. So, pan smoking hot. My pro tip for cooking salmon is always cook the salmon only on one side. So we got the smoking hot pan. We're gonna cook it skin side down the entire time that it's in there. So we're gonna let it sear here on the stove top for a second, and then we're gonna add a little bit of butter to the pan, throw it straight into the oven without flipping it over, 400 degrees. I would say probably about 5-6 minutes for us. We like it mid or medium, but you can always go a little bit longer or a little bit shorter depending on how you like your salmon. While that's heating up, we're gonna take our parsnip puree. Our oven's hot and ready. And we're just going to dollop it right into the saute pan. I apologize for my bad cameras. I am not a photographer. I am a chef. So, this is what you're going to get for now. And hopefully, as we spend a little time doing this, it'll get better. So we got our parsnip puree in there. We're going to take a little bit of our curry paste. The curry paste we use is really strong, so we're not going to use that much. We're kind of start slowly heating that up. And we'll throw our salmon here in the oven for a second. After we hit a nice little knob of butter in there. Butter makes everything better. If you're quarantined right now, you can at least have a little bit of fun. Give yourself a little bit extra fat. All right, so we're going to pull our salmon out of the oven. It's been in the oven for about 6 minutes. All on one side. Should be nice and pink on one side, and when we flip it over, it'll be nice and crispy. Grab our spatula. This is less than easy to do with one hand. Oh yeah. With that nice crispy skin on it. Perfect. Alright, so I think we're ready to plate. So we've got our parsnip puree with the yellow curry in it. We got our salmon. We got our plates, and we got our zucchini ready to go. Alright, so we got our nice beautiful plates here. Take a little bit of the parsnip puree right in the middle of the plate. We're fortunate since we're restaurant people. We always have fancy plates around, but it doesn't matter what plate you put it on. You can dollop it on the plate, or you can just slap it right down on there.
What is that? The parsnip.
That's the parsnip puree. Salmon's gonna go right on top. Then we're gonna take a little bit of the zucchini that we grilled earlier. We just hit it on the mandolin real quick, real thin. You can do it with a knife if you don't have a mandolin. A little bit of oil, salt, pepper. Flash it on the grill, and then just let it cool down to room temp, and it kind of wilts around. We always love citrus in our house, so a little bit of lime on the side. If you want to go ahead, you can just squeeze it right on top, and that's it. Parsnip puree, curried parsnip puree with seared salmon and grilled zucchini. Chronicles of a Quarantine Chef, Episode 1.